Okay. I'm gonna get on her again. You know what I'm saying? They want to get my opinion on it since I supposedly know everything. What do men mean by the word peace? Alright, so let me break it down to you. It's very simple, really. If you are a female that is trying to be in any kind of man's life and you want to be his peace, this is what peace is to men. And I know it's going to be difficult for a lot of people to hear this. It's probably going to piss a lot of people off because they don't like the ideal of it. The simple fact is, if you got yourself a good man that works all day, and when he comes home, and I'm gonna address the other part. Let me before we even hop on the other train and talk about I work too and all that shit. I'm gonna get on that second. Let me get this one out first. So, off rip, if you got a dude that's working hard, you know what I'm saying, coming home, making sure you have everything that you need, you know what I'm saying, doing what he's supposed to do as a man. The way to bring peace to that man's life is very simple. One, let him come home to a house where he don't have to be on some arguing shit. If your man has to argue with you, I'm telling you right now, you're not that man's peace. If you are always degrading his character, talking crazy to him, any of that wild, crazy shit, you're not a man's peace. You're his personal headache, or you're just someone that he's just stuck with. He has no choice but to deal with you because he's been dealing with you for however long. You know what I'm saying? Like, some guys get to the place where most women that end up finding these kind of guys that end up staying in a relationship with that they're not really happy in. That's why if you ever ask a woman straight up, how happy is your man? Or if you put it in a different term, you know what I'm saying, is your man happy? You know what I'm saying? You can say it in two different ways like that to let them, because it means the same thing. You're just asking, how is he feeling? How is your man doing? You know what I'm saying? When people ask that question, a lot of women be like, why are you asking if he's happy? You're supposed to be asking, am I happy? And that's the selfish part of it. That lets you know automatically you're kicked out the whole entire equation of being a man's piece. Two, if you have a man that works long hours and say that you're a stay-at-home mom, for instance, all I'm saying is that when that man get off work, I know that you've probably been dealing with the kids, been trying to keep the house in order and all that. We understand that. Only thing I'm saying is this. When he get off work, have a shower running for him, put him some clothes out, you know what I'm saying, have the house at least decently clean. If you don't have no kids, it should be no excuse why the house ain't clean, to be real. You know what I mean? To have a man a shower running, like I'll say about run the shower probably like 15 minutes before he get ready to pull up. Get ready to, you know what I'm saying, just make sure all his stuff for the bath and everything is ready. So that when he comes in, only thing you gotta do is tell him, be like, babe, I got your shower running, just go take yourself a shower. I got your clothes out, so all you gotta do is put your clothes on. And I want you to come up in here, eat you some food, sit down and relax for about 5-10 minutes. And you know what I'm saying? If you're a person that's in a relationship that you got kids, and you can just tell them like, babe, after you get done eating, after you get like 10 minutes to yourself, can you take over with taking care of the kids so I can decompress from the long day I had, you know what I'm saying, taking care of the kids or whatever the case may be. That is how you communicate and becomes a man of peace because you're not nagging, bitching, or whining. I'm sorry. Like that nagging, bitching, and whining just not gonna work. And that's on the flip side too. If you have a nigga that's staying in your house and you're the one, like I said, the roles are in reverse, you gotta do the staying at home. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't have a job because this is for people that are the ones that are taking care of home. I'm going to get on that one, and then I'm going to get on the other one with the ones that are working 50-50, both of you working jobs. So back to it. Same thing. The man should automatically do those things automatically, which is the shower, you know what I'm saying, have you some clothes out, you know what I'm saying, have the food ready, you know what I'm saying, and the house should be absolutely fucking clean because it should be easier for a man to have the house clean because we know the time management on that part. I know that's probably sounds sexist, but for us, if we want to play the video game or any of that shit, nigga, and we need to have the house clean shit, we on that shit. You know what I'm saying? You just got a bum ass nigga if he ain't getting on that shit. I'm sorry to tell you, because I'm just being real. Like, if I had the opportunity to be my ass at the fucking house while my girl works, you know what I'm saying? And all I do is make sure her bath ready, make sure the house clean and all that shit. She ain't got to really worry about doing nothing besides taking a shower, eat some food, and we can relax, watch a movie and chill, and she can have some QT time to herself if she need, you know what I'm saying, to decompress from her long day or whatever the case may be. But it's just being mindful in that state, like all the arguing, you know what I'm saying, all the bickering, all the whining about this or that, nitpicking and all that, like that stuff is not good for a relationship. And some people, they allow those things to be in a relationship and they never address it. And that's fine. If that's your kind of stilo, it is what it is. I don't judge. You know what I'm saying? That's just your life. If you prefer to be with something that's chaotic where you're always having to deal with someone that degrades you, talk bad to you, and most of the time it's because like most people can't find someone better, or they don't feel like they can find someone that can treat them better. You know what I'm saying? So they think they deserve that, and they end up staying in situations like that. There's all types of male and female on that situation. Okay, now let me hop on the 50-50. Get this on out the way. If you are a man and a woman that is doing 50-50, I'm going to start with women on this one. So, ladies, if you're messing with a man that is doing 50-50 with you, and you have to work, not that you choose to work to chase your career and all that, but I'm talking about like you have to work or else y'all are not going to be able to pay these bills or be able to handle what it needs to be handled. It's never been in no part of history a woman's job to have to work. It should be she can chase her dreams. It should never be like, oh, she has no choice but to work in order for us to pay these bills and stuff like that. If you got a nigga that ain't handling business on, you know what I'm saying, trying to find some kind of way to make that happen, where working for you is just a choice. It's not supposed to be it's a guaranteed like, oh yeah, you got to work a job or you have to. It should be always an option for a female. Like if you are a man call yourself a boss, especially. Like it's never supposed to be that. Same thing whenever y'all go out and all that stuff. Like everybody has their downtime, you know what I'm saying, where, you know what I'm saying, things are kind of flaky. But off rip, ladies, I'm telling you off rip, if you got a nigga that is literally making you be in a position where you have to work, you're gonna have to get rid of that nigga. I'm just gonna say it off rip. Like it's gonna get worse before it get better. Y'all gonna be forever struggling. And so if one fall off, it's gonna I don't know. It's just gonna make the whole relationship become a lot tougher. So you need to be in a position where you can, where you just do it because you want to do it, because you want it to try to help to the household, or that you're trying to contribute, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And it should be something that you want to do, not that you have to do. Because if you have it in that aspect, you're in a better mind state if it's not something that you have to do instead of something that you just want to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's hard for a lot of people to excel, but it is what it is. It's gonna always be based down to a woman being able to be in a situation where she can feel feminine, feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of guys don't provide that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys are just looking for a woman to help take them. Now it's the reverse role where men are looking for women to take care of them. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Like, but only thing I'm telling y'all, just offer it. Like, if you got a nigga that ain't trying to put you in a position where you don't have to work, that you can choose to work and chase your career and do whatever you want to do, go back to school, whatever you want to do, where it's not a lot of pressure on you. Because I'm sorry to say it, like, it's a lot of women that take a lot of pressure that they shouldn't be having to take, and it puts them in that position where, reason why most men say a lot of women are masculine, because they have to take on that masculine trait, and it makes it dating for them tougher and harder. And that's just what it is. A lot of guys don't want to mess with those types. And it's not that the fact that they're, you know what I'm saying, not beautiful women. It's just like they carry on some of those traits that are similar to a man. And it's like, we don't want to date ourselves. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, that's just what most men think. Most men probably ain't going to even tell you this. Definitely, if you got a husband with you, he probably not going to say that, oh, he's telling the truth, or he's a full of shit or whatever like that. He's probably going to say that. But at the end of the day, he's only going to say it because, number one, he know if he agreed with me, you would probably leave him, or you'll withhold sex from him, or you'll replace him. One of the two. You know what I'm saying? Replace in that sense. Like, because hearing truth like that, like a lot of guys can't do it. So most, like they say, it's a lot of men that suffer in silence. And that's the thing that is just a big thing about men. It's just, we always had to hold that burden. Like if we had to deal with a woman that was an alcoholic, or she was a pothead that didn't know when to stop smoking or stop drinking, you know what I'm saying? And it's getting to the point where now it's hurting bills, or now it's hurting what we need in this household, or whatever like that. And it gets out of control where motherfuckers spending too much money, want to go shopping all the time. You know what I'm saying? It just sometimes it's best to slow down for a little while so you can be able to splurge like you want in the future. That's what I always say. Shit, I take my time. I ain't worried about splurging right now. I'd rather splurge in the future. I'm just right now. I'm just trying to get everything set. Like that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Being an adult. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, oh, I want to go out and party with my girls all the time. I want to go party with the guys all the time. I want to get drunk. I want to get high. I want to, you know what I'm saying, be on some hot girl, hot boy summer crap. You know what I'm saying? Bull crap. But I'm just literally talking about some lock in. Like for people that want a genuine relationship on someone they can count on both sides of the field, whether you male or female. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be easy. It's always a hard road for this. So you just gotta make sure you lock in on that. So just be careful in the people that you put your energy in, because sometimes, like they say, there's plenty of people that can be wolves in sheep clothing. So be careful. And let's see, the last and final thing I guess I can say is it's never going to be easy in making a change, because when you get in the mindset of accept me for who I am, that means you're not willing to change the worst parts of you to be a better version of you. And everybody and every man and every woman should always want to be a better version of themselves. So never say that I'll accept me for who I am, because when you start saying that, you neglect the fact that it just means that you want people to accept your inadequacies or your bad behavior or any of that. And that's whether you're men or women, because a lot of people want to, you know what I'm saying, throw it back and forth. But I just want to make sure it's both sides. So hopefully this can help somebody, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully it can help somebody do something better with themselves and even, you know what I'm saying, push them to be better. But Qbaby out.